Hello everyone, myself. Hello everyone, once again, myself Zahiruddin, bringing you the course of microcontroller system. With the course code as U18EC511. I will be covering things in this video are my self-introduction would be there, then the contents to be covered into the syllabus, textbooks and reference books, teaching learning process, coursework, assignments, tutorials, coursework, CRP, CPs, course outcomes, and other relevant information is required. And the first of all, myself is an assistant professor in the Department of EC. I have having a teaching experience of 15 years. I have completed my MTech in digital systems and computer electronics, and I'm pursuing my PhD in the field of digital image processing. These are the few subjects which have been taught from when I have joined this institute in November 2007, and when I was a fresher in teaching field. Now I had an experience of 14 years. These subjects and more are there which have been listed, not listed. So coming to our topic, so what are the contents of your microprocessor and microcontroller system? Unit 1, Unit 2 are purely related to 8085 microprocessor. So in Unit 1, you would be discussing about the architectures and pin diagrams and other things. In the Unit 2, regarding the instruction sets and what are the interrupts and different modes of operation, everything would be discussed in the Unit 2. The detailed study would be completed in the Unit 1 and Unit 2. And Unit 3 is about the 8086 microprocessor. Total overview of 8086 microprocessor, in depth about how we will be going for programming it up, everything, a little bit of lecture will be given. Then in Unit 4, we will be discussing on 8051 microprocessor. Now coming to our textbook for 8086, 8085 and 8051, we need to follow. These are the textbooks. Some 2 textbooks have been listed out and 3 reference books. So if you follow these 5 books, it will be good enough. In addition to that one, you need to follow some research papers, patents. Okay, you follow those things which are being listed in under them. So once you complete this course, you would be having in the course outcomes, 4 design course outcomes for this unit for this course. The first one is about architecture features, the timing diagrams of 8085 microprocessor, and you will be able to develop my assembly language programs using of 8085 microprocessor. And the third one is about you would be learning about the architectures of 8086 microprocessor and how the memory segmentation is being done and everything. And fourth, you will discuss about here 8051 interfacing, as well as you will be learning about the total architecture of 8085. And to facilitate students, majorly to have an interface between a student and a faculty community, we have gone for a courseware. This courseware is been designed such a way that the total information or everything is being kept ready for the students to take it up and do their study. So in this courseware, you would be having one part is self-learning topics, and you have an teaching learning activities. We have gone for self-learning activity, self-learning topics. We will be listing out certain left self-learning topics. You need to go ahead with those self-learning topics and give your prepare by yourself. There would be material for you on that one. You can, and if possible, we will be arranging some short videos onto that self-learning topic. Next one, assignment. Every week there would be an weekly assignment would be there. And in addition to this weekly assignment, there would be some additional assignments suddenly regarding if required at any time. If you want, we can give the assignment. So these assignments help you in getting in-depth knowledge about your subject first, and what is going to be taught in the weekly, that is it. So try to do your assignment. If at all you are not having enough time to complete those assignments and submit it, no worry to that one. We won't take in consideration. But assignment number 1 and assignment number 2. These are the two assignments which are being posted to you from unit 1 and 2 as assignment number 1 and unit 3 and 4 as assignment number 2. These two assignments has to be compulsory submitted. And for the special assignments, this is also very important. We will be uploading 2 research papers. One research paper 1, research paper 2. Research paper 1 and 2 patents will be there, patent 1 and patent 2. Research paper 1 and patent 1 has to be submitted as a summary report in the form of an assignment before your first mid examination. And similarly, research paper 2 and patent 2, this has to be submitted before your second mid examination. So what this research paper, research patent is, we will be discussed after this slide. We will be discussing first of all whatever is the course project. As I have told in the class, course projects are very important. Do your course project. That will boost your knowledge to further. You would be getting a total practical orientation of your subject. So take it in one project and be a challenging and do that project. Very important thing is that if you do a project, you will be getting a certificate, course project certificate. That would be very fetching. Okay. The more rules and regulations of the project selection and everything, it is kept in the course. Next one, CRPs, course research papers. These are the papers which have been found that useful for this particular course, and we have been put up in the form of course research paper 1 and course research paper 2. And to make an importance of this one, we made as a compulsory question in MSc mid-semester examination. Mid-semester 1 will have a question on research paper 1 and MSc 2 will have a research paper 2 question. And similarly, patents are also as important as research papers. So to take this one is a very compulsory importance of that one. We have made a compulsory question in mid-examination. Similarly, you would be having research paper 1, patent 1 in MSc 1, patent 2 question would be there in MSc 2. This is about the course question. And this year onwards, we are going effectively utilizing the tutorial classes. So this one is being taken an initiative by the professor to have an learn about the higher order cognitive abilities. So what we'll do is that we'll be giving you some tutorial sheet. So that tutorial sheet you need to solve by yourself. Whatever it is there, theory question or whatever it is there, you need to do that by yourself. And onto your tutorial plan, when we had a tutorial class. Okay. As per the present timetable, we are having a tutorial class on Friday afternoon. So once Friday afternoon comes, you need to be prepared with your tutorial. We'll be discussing on the tutorial onto that. Total tutorial exam discussion will be done onto your tutorial class. There won't be any other discussion, just tutorial discussion. So every week one tutorial will come. Tutorial would be on the topics which we are going to discuss in the coming or completed week. So like that way, tutorials would be taken into consideration, and it could be helping a self-learning topic, or self-learning as well as ability to learn would be increased when you go for the tutorial class. And this all, any other things are there. And I request each and everyone do attend the classes regularly, be punctual, be active in the classes. If you feel this as it is an online classes, but feel it as an offline class. Okay. Thank you everyone, and the other videos regarding the course will be updated in a short video. Thank you everyone once again.